Alright, we just went to see the Crazies, starring people nobody knows because they're not famous. I'm Zach Roberts.
I'm Clara.
And JC's in the back, but we won't talk to him because he doesn't like to talk. So, it's been a while since you saw us last, but that's because Clara had to be undiligent and got her car broken. And then it had to get fixed, but that's beside the point, because that has nothing to do with the movie. So, pretty much, this small town of Ogden Marsh, yes, something like that, is contaminated by some virus that makes everybody go crazy, hence the name, the Crazies. And then the SWAT, or some soldier contaminated, it's a biochemical warfare. That's how the disease was spread throughout the community. Yes, everybody was getting sick because it was in their water supply, and every time you drank it, then you would get sick, and then it became airborne. Everybody was getting sick, everybody was dying, and great movie, I would have to say. It was a really good movie, but I felt as though I'd seen it 1,000 times before I even walked in the theater. Like, before I walked out of the theater, I felt I had seen it 30,000 times. 30 Days of Night, 28 Days Later, all these disease movies, Insomnia, all these other disease movies, that's exactly what you're watching when you go to see the Crazies. But I think this one is worth it, I would say, because yes. I thought it was pretty well made, and it kept you involved in the movie for a while. It wasn't what you call scary, because, I don't know, the scariest parts were when something jumps out at you, and when you've seen as many scary movies as Clara and I have, you weren't really, just jumped out at me. No, you were like, oh, okay. I would give it 7.5 out of 10, which is like that's a good rating, I would say. And I would say you could wait for DVD. And did you realize everybody in the theater decided that today they were going to talk and drop stuff on the floor and let their cell phones ring? That's annoying. I hate when people do that. Don't talk during the theater. I think it's because they didn't show the,
the don't talk.
I love sunsets. Are you going to talk during the movie? No, thank you for not talking during the movie.
Yes.
Just because they don't show that doesn't mean you're allowed to talk, okay? Don't talk during the theater. I hate when people do that. Alright, Clara, I will ask you the same old questions. Did you like whoever the lead actors were? Nobody knew who they were. The sheriff, the sheriff, the wife, Danielle Panabaker, who played Becky. I didn't think of that. Sheriff, wife, the sheriff, the doctor, the doctor's assistant, and deputy. Did you like them all?
Yes.
Do you think anybody could have done better? Like, maybe if this was a fantastic movie with tons of people, like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Named people that you knew.
I'm not sure. I've not thought much about it.
Did you like the movie overall?
Yes, I did. It was very good.
Did you think it was scary?
No, I didn't think it was scary. Like you said, the scariest parts is when something jumped out.
And even then that wasn't.
But I did think it was really good, though.
Do you think something like this could really happen? Like, the whole town gets sick and pandemic in the town?
No, I mean, there could be like an outbreak of something, but not really go.
Not like that. No, not like that. That was
not like the movie. No.
Mm-hmm. Would you recommend this movie?
Yes.
Who would you recommend it to? Like,
Friends.
What kind of people? Like, look, if they like scary movies, would you recommend them seeing
really,
it?
Just mostly. Well, I mean, it's kind of suspense.
Yeah.
Like suspense.
What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being terrible and 10 being amazing?
About a 7 to 8.
And would you classify it as a rental, DVD, and theater view, or a lost cause? It's really cold in here.
Rental. Sorry. Rental or DVD?
I would agree with that. You don't really need to see it in theater. Like, there's nothing special about it that you need to go, that you have to go see it in theater. It's not like Avatar, which I've heard you have to see in theater. But I have no interest in seeing that whatsoever, so.
Me either.
Do you remember our older reviews, Clara? Like, Old Dogs, Everybody's Fine, and all that stuff?
Yes.
Do you remember what you thought about those movies?
Well, most of them, yes.
Everybody's Fine was way too long and way too boring. 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And
That's
what would
about
you say?
right.
5 out
About
of
a
10.
5 out of 10.
Old Dogs it was not funny at all. I mean, it was, but at the parts it was funny, that's what they showcased in the commercials. 3 out of 10.
About a 4.
What else did we see?
Christmas Carol, I say 0.
We saw that. That one's
Okay.
on there. Let's see. There was
Oh,
another
you mean
one
the
we
ones
went to
that ain't
see.
on there yet?
There was another one we went to see.
4 Christmases?
No,
Is it on there?
No. We didn't go see. I mean, we did, but we weren't doing that. Let's see. We went and saw Everybody's Fine, Old Dogs. There's another one.
Free?
Do you remember?
Free.
Do you remember that?
Okay, that's weird.
Because remember we were gonna go see 2 for the season finale, which never really happened. It was Everybody's Fine, and we went with Jonathan to see Old Dogs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
Obviously,
all
it
of them.
wasn't too great because we don't remember it. So, it was something along Everybody's Fine, like the same type of story. Brothers! We were going to go see Brothers, but we went to go...
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Morgans? That's
that
the one it was.
That's it.
Did you hear about the Morgans? It was a funny movie. And I liked the concept. I would give it about an 8 out of 10. Hugh Grant, Sarah Jessica Parker were fantastic.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Oh.
It's about 8 or 9 out of 10.
But that's it here for today. The Crazies gets a 7.5 kind of from both of us, and rental and DVD own. Yes, I'm Zach Roberts,
I'm Clara.
and we'll see you next time.